everybody, this is Alyssa from Main Arts and Crafts, and today we are doing our WIP and chat. And WIP stands for Work in Progress. Chat, well, we're going to sit here and we're going to chat a little bit about everything. In today's WIP and chat, I am going to be working on this little Mars Guardian Cutie from Diamond Delights. I need to open it up. Sushi, don't juggle the camera. I have my camera down low because I'm working in a little bit of a different plan. Because I do not, okay, you're just getting on my camera. Stop. She's like, but I want to run into everything, Mom, because that's what I do. So I apologize for the jiggling of my camera. That's Sushi running into my camera tripod, because, you know, Sushi, that's what she's doing. So we're going to take that out of its bag, but we're going to work on this because it is officially, we're going to take the plastic off, and this won't be as bright in a moment. But we're going to work on our Mars Guardian Cutie, which is super, super adorable. This is what it's going to look like. And this is from Diamond Delights. The artist is Denick. We're going to get our drills out of our baggies. So here are our drills right here. Here's our colors that we're going to do. I usually just start at the top and kind of like work my way down for these. These are the colors we've got here, right here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let me lay them out better because I did not do a good job of that. Wow, I did not do a good job of that. I like to kind of lay them out so they're a little bit easier to get to. Yes, this is what we're going to work on. And then we are going to go ahead and there are 16 colors in this little kit. And this is what we're working on here. It's all in little baggies. They're already kitted up like this, so I leave them as is. So here is what our art is going to look like. And we are going to get into it. Let's see, what am I using today? I'm using Mermaids at Midnight for my putty in my multi-placer, and then I'm using Fresh Linen Wee Wax in my single placer. I have a Bella Art Dana Cole 3.1 mini tray because that's my go-to tray are those, and I've been alternating back and forth. I just swapped out to a new set of pens, so I'm alternating back and forth between this stunning pen from Enabler's Outpost and this pen right here from Pashi Pens. And I believe it's like one of those that is like a UV reactive or something to that effect. I don't know. I don't pay attention to those things. So we are going to pull the plastic off of our Mars Guardian Cutie. Our plastic has been removed. And let's see. Yeah, and we're going to turn the overhead off. And you guys will have my side lighting, which I may bring this one. Let me see. Does this one give us enough light? Yeah, that's going to give us a glare. So it should be enough light now that you guys have adapted to the light. Yeah, oh yeah, we got plenty of light. I'm looking at my screen from an angle, and it didn't look like enough light. So, how has everybody's week been going? Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day, week, all of that stuff. I am glad that it is finally Friday. That is something that I am super happy about. It is Friday, which makes me happy. And I am ecstatic about that. And looking forward to rolling into the weekend because you guys will... If you're watching this the day it goes up, which is Saturday, it is officially the weekend, which always makes me happy. I love my weekends. And yeah, I don't really have anything planned for this weekend. I'm just happy that it's the weekend. So what did I do this week? Well, let's see. Normal work week, all the work week stuff. Oh, I have discovered I am now officially addicted to the Boba shop in my local town. We have a new Boba shop that opened up I think it opened a couple months ago, but I didn't discover it until like a few weeks ago. I've mentioned it before. And so I discovered it a couple weeks ago, but every time I want it, it's always like a Wednesday. And oh, Mochi's going into her basket. So every time I want the boba, it's on a Wednesday, and that's like the one day that they're closed is on Wednesdays. So I haven't been able to get boba very often. So I think I had it like once, and then I think I had it last week once I got it. I think I got it I got it last Saturday after I went grocery shopping. So I think I mentioned that. Well, I was able to get boba. I think I got boba 2 or 3 times this week. Something to that effect. Yeah, because I got it, I don't know, maybe I only got it twice this week. But I got boba Thursday. And then I got boba again today. So I've had boba multiple times and I'm like, I am in boba heaven. I'll probably get, like, have a ton of boba and then get to the point where I'm like, okay, I am over the boba. I need a break from the boba. But right now I have definitely not gotten to that point. I'm still in that I must have all the boba sign of things. So in case you're wondering, I am working on this kit for the Sailor Summer 2024 event. I am working on her for that. She is going to be my kit for that. And the two hosts for Sailor Summer are Sophie over at the Diamond Help Desk and Liz over at Sleeping Luna Designs. Those are our two hosts for Sailor Summer. And it's mostly going to be a little bit of an Instagram and then Twitch, because that's and then Discord. So Liz does a lot of her streaming. She does her streaming on Twitch, and then a lot of the stuff with Sophie will be done over on Discord, and then Liz does have a Discord as well. So that's where you'll find most of the event posts and everything, and that's where you can share your progress pics. It's easy to share over on Discord with both on both Discords. You could share your progress and your information for the event. I participated last year too, because it was a lot of fun. So I'm excited to participate this year and do these kits. So I finished my first kit, just finished my first kit, which was Moon Love by the artist Sebi, and that's from Diamond Artisan Shop. And that was the two cats, and I did that for both Fantastic Felines and for Sailor Summer. And now I'm rolling into my second kit, which is going to be these little Mars Guardian cuties. I'm doing them for the event as well, because I mean, how adorable are they? They're just the cutest little things ever, so I am doing them too. And then I will also, I got Challenge Me from Jada Gem Shop, which is on its way to me. Which is going to be a pixel charted kit, which pixel charting, in case you're not aware of what that is, that's hand charting. That's what Jade calls her hand charting. So that's coming to me from Jada Gem Shop. It's one that it's shipped, it's basically, she has the shipping label created and she just needs to drop it off at the post office, which she usually does, I think, on Fridays. So I should get it, or on Saturdays, so I should get it in the mail Monday, or either Monday or Tuesday, which is funny that it takes that long to get here, considering Jade lives all of like hour and a half tops. I think she's like an hour and a half or 2 hours from me, so I could easily like just drive over. If I really wanted to, I could just like drive over and pick it up, theoretically, because of how close she is to me. But yeah, I'm too lazy to do that, because that requires me to actually leave my house and go somewhere. But anyways, so back to my week. So I got boba twice this week, which made me be like, okay, I have drank a lot of boba this week. I should probably not drink as much boba. But boba is just so delicious. I'm like, I need to try all the flavors that they offer to figure out exactly which flavors are my favorite. And so far, I've got like a couple main favorites so far of the flavors that I've tried. But I am like so enjoying the boba. And I'm like, the boba is deliciousness and just makes me happy. It's like, I don't drink pop or anything like that, so I'm like, the boba is just so good. And I'm happy that they finally, like, that they opened the shop there. I'm just like, I wish they would have opened it like, you know, like 2 years ago, rather than just a few months before I'm slated to leave. That would have been nice. Because then I could have had, like, you know, this boba shop like 3/4 of a mile from my house. Like, I can drive, I can leave, I can go drive to the boba shop, order my boba, and drive home, and it takes less than 15 minutes. And that's getting my boba, waiting for them to make it, and then driving home. Like, that's literally how quickly the whole process is, which I think is absolutely amazing. So I'm happy that I have the boba so close to me. I just wish that they had opened their shop sooner. But can't complain with a delicious boba. I'm happy that I have it, period. That just makes me happy. So, 728. Okay, those are the 2 steps. Get a handful of these. I have a lot of static lately now. it was doing really good for a couple days because we've been pretty humid the last few, and we had a lot of humidity going on this week because it's been a rainy week. Like, we had rain most days this week, and pretty high humidity. Like, Wednesday for the desert out here, for us to have like a 46% humidity is like, that's not something that we get a lot. So normally when you look at the temperature, it's like 107 degrees feels like 104 degrees. And I'm like, you lie to me, and it doesn't really matter because once you get into the certain temperature, it just sucks and it's just hot. But like Wednesday morning, so I had a 24-hour shift at work on Wednesday. So Wednesday morning, after I turned over with the person that I was taking over the watch from, and I turned over to take on duty, I have a set of rounds that I have to do, and one of the things I have to do is make sure all of the lights on the helo pad work in case we have like a medevac, or have to take, like, for either to send a patient out or to send a patient in. So you go out to the helo pad and you do some different rounds like that. So I had to walk out, and I did my rounds like right at 7:30. I'm walking out to the helo pad to go turn the lights on and check it out and everything. And at 7:30, it was already like 93 degrees, and we were at like 46% humidity. So it was 93 degrees with like, it feels like 97. And I'm like, this is wrong, because it's only like, it was literally 7:30 in the morning, and I'm like, we should not, like, that's, no, come on, no, this is, no, I'm not a fan of this, no. So it was just like, why, it's way too hot for this. But yeah, that was like my Wednesday morning. So I had my duty on Wednesday, and this time around I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna have like a full caseload of patients with like I would normally do. So I blocked my schedule. I still ended up seeing like 2 patients on Wednesday, but I blocked my schedule so I could do all of the random administrative things that I have, and all the random things that I have to do on those duty days. And then I was doing work stuff. Normally after like the working day is done, and in the evening on my duty days like that, those 24-hour shifts, I end up getting, I bring some diamond painting stuff, and I do a ton of diamond painting. So I'll diamond paint from like 5 to like, I'll diamond paint usually from like 5 to like midnight basically on those duty days. So I get a good chunk of diamond painting in. Well, I think I basically did, the only diamond painting I did that entire time was, I got this one right here. I did this one, and then the corky butt. That was all I got done. And those don't take me that's not a lot to do in that entire time frame. Like, I literally did not get anything done, really. And I was like, this is crazy. This is unheard of. Like, and that's just because of how busy I was. It was long. And then, of course, just like usual, I could not sleep because I never sleep well on those duty days. So I went to bed, ended up, I think, falling asleep around 2 o'clock Thursday morning, but I had to be up at like 4:45 again to continue doing like my stuff for the duty day. So I was up at 4:45 making phone calls that I had to make and doing stuff, and I'm like, this just is like, makes for a long day. But, and then I had a half day worth of patients on Thursday. So I didn't have to see a full day of patients on Thursday. I had half a day scheduled on Thursday. So I saw my half day of patients on Thursday, and by that point, I'm like, I'm super tired. I'm exhausted. I've been, I had like 2 hours of sleep the night before. I'm like, I'm done for. I'm like, I just need to go home and be done. So, lunchtime rolls around, and I was able to go home at lunchtime because I had finished with my patients. So that was like, all right. But first I had to stop at the post office and drop off a package to send off to a friend who had missed, well, she had gotten a pen drop from Butterfly Effect Wares of the pink lemonade pen, but her pen had gotten lost, and she really wanted that pen, that particular pen. And I had, like, I don't normally buy 2 of the same colorway for a pen drop, but I had ended up buying 2 of that particular drop for some reason. I think it was because it's such a pretty drop. So I had ordered 2 of them and gotten 2 of them. So I ended up selling her one of the 2, so that way she could still have that particular colorway. So I was mailing that off to her, which worked out because I was like, I don't normally ever buy 2, so I don't know why I ended up buying 2 of this colorway, but it ended up being like the perfect that I had gotten 2, because then I was able to get one for her. So I was really happy that it worked out that way. So I was able to give her one of them. And then, so I had to go to the post office to drop that, to drop that off at the post office. So I did that on, that was Thursday afternoon, and then I stopped and got boba on the way home. And then after I got boba, I just went home and chilled, changed, got out of the uniform, chilled for a little bit. And then I was like, you know what? Had my boba, and I didn't even have lunch because I was drinking my boba. So I filled up on boba. And then I was like, I had ordered some tubs because I was like, you know what? I'm tired of my canvases, and my kits had kind of exploded in my closet, and they had taken over enough of the space of the closet. Oh, that drill had squished far enough down that I couldn't put it in. They had taken up enough, they had exploded where essentially I'm trying to keep all of my diamond painting supplies, where it's like, if this entire thing is my closet, here's the one closet door, here's the other, and it's like a sliding door. Well, the right half has my printer on, and my diamond and my brush painting stuff on the right half, with extra paper and everything up and above the printer on the top shelf in the closet. And then I have like the middle area to the left of the printer stand has like miscellaneous crafty things, and then like a little cube system, just like a tall skinny cube shelf, and it has my like my adult coloring books and like the resin making supplies, and then all of my paint gem and like the mini dazzles kits. Those boxes fit in those shelves as well, so that's all in like there. And then on the left half, I have a shelf with all of my diamond paintings that fit depth wise in there like this, so I can see the butt of the painting where it has the picture. So except for the Diamond Art Club ones that didn't typically have the picture, but I put like a little label on the ends so that way I could know what painting was in each box. So that's how I have my closet organized. And then the paintings that are too long to fit in the closet are on the very, very left side, so the door kind of butts up against them, so they kind of their butts stick out of the edge of the closet. And then the top shelf is where all my diamond paintings had exploded, so I had all my so the shelf had like overrun with diamond paintings because I had filled my shelf, my like shelving unit that I used to store my diamond paintings, and they were taking over the top shelf of the closet, but then they had exploded from the left half of the closet to now they were in the right half of the closet too, on that top shelf. And I was like, I really need to get these under control because that is too much, and it's like they're literally overflowing, and I need to have them where they are not overflowing anymore. So I was like, I need to get these back under control, and so I was like, one of the things that I had decided to do was to put all of the, starting with all of the small canvases, because I have a ton of small canvases, because I love working on smaller projects and smaller kits. So probably a third of the diamond paintings, or a third of, almost half of my stash or my hoard is small diamond paintings. And what I classify as small is you've got one side is 45 centimeters or smaller. That's what I'm classifying as small. I need to turn this sideways to see what I did there, to see if I can straighten that back up and get those organized a little bit better. So yeah, I have at least one of the, so you have one side that was 45 centimeters or shorter, and that's what I classify as a small diamond painting. And I probably got maybe a good like third of my hoard that kind of falls into that category. Like a half to a third of the hoard that kind of falls into that category. So I was like, I'm going to start with those ones because those are the ones that have kind of exploded above the shelf, and I'm going to see about putting them in totes, get them out of their boxes, put them into like a tote, and then I can like put labels on the end of the tote of what's in each box, so that way I can like look and know this is the kit that's in here if I'm looking for it. So I was like, I need to do that because this is just getting ridiculous. So I decided that that's what I was going to do. And I decided that, and the totes had just come in, so I was like, I need to get going on this and working on it. So that's what I spent my Thursday, rather than diamond painting, because I really wanted to finish my Moon Love kit on Thursday, because I only had a few hours of work left to go on it. But, Sush, don't knock my camera. Hey, little one, won't you get in the window? Oop, and now I bumped the camera. Go get in the window. There, go get in the window. No, we're not going to play with the plastic. We are not playing with the plastic. No. Trash panda. So, anyways, so the totes had just come in that I had ordered, so I was like, all right, this is the perfect time to work on it. I need to work on it. I want to work on it, and I had like that hyper focus to do it. And even though I wanted to finish the kit that I like just finished this evening, I really wanted to finish that kit, and I only had a couple hours of work to go on it. Would you stop playing with things? Come on, no, stop. That's not yours. No, that is not for you to play with. She's like, but I must, Mom. You're trying to do something, so now I must cause chaos, because that's what I do. Sushi, no. I told you no. We are not touching that. Stop. Sushi. So anyways, like that was something that I had to, like, well, I didn't have to, but that was something that I was like, I ended up being hyper focused and working on it, and making really like, and I just went to town and I got all of those paintings, put into all of this, basically every painting that I have that's got a side, like one side. Do not scritch on my chair. No, we do not use my chair as a scritching post. So every painting that has a side that's 45 centimeters or smaller, I ended up using, or not using, but I ended up putting in one of these totes, and I got them all put away. And I was like, and it took me all evening, but that was all afternoon into the evening, but I got it all done, and it was just like, oh my goodness, I got this done. And then of course I was finished with that, and I was exhausted because that was a lot of like lifting of boxes and moving and bending over and standing and moving and back and forth and back and forth. So I got done. I was tired. What? No, you're not going to do that. She almost went behind the desk, and I do not want her, or behind the easel, and I do not want her behind my easel. She knows she's not allowed behind my easel. Hey, little Sushi. No, little chaos. So that was putting everything into the totes was a pretty intensive project, and something that took like a lot of time and a lot of focus. And then I got done with it, and I was like, after sitting on the couch for a little bit, I'm like, oh my goodness, I am a lot more exhausted than I thought I would be after doing this. Like I was pretty smoked, pretty tired. And that was something that I was not expecting. And it was like, okay, I think I need to go like call it an evening and be done. We are not going to scritch on the chair. No. Do not yell at me either. We do not put claws on my brand new chair. She's like, but I want to, Mom. She's like, but I must scritch the chair. And I'm like, not happening, girlfriend. So yes, I did it. It looks fantastic. And now I'm like, okay, I've got these massive diamond paintings that are like creating like, underneath my desk, my brush painting desk over there. It's like, if this is the desk, I've got paintings here, and paintings here, that are big ones that don't fit in the closet because of how long they are. And I'm like, you know what? I think I need to get some totes for those ones. So that way I could have the big ones in a tote. I have yet to figure out where I'll put the tote. But I don't want them out there like that. And because my bed is like a platform. Bed is not like it's not like a typical style bed frame. So it's not like I could put them underneath the bed or anything like that, because I don't have a bed that you could put something underneath. But I could at least put those big diamond paintings in totes, and get them out of that area. And then I can always, I do need to clean out the closet in the girls' room, and that I could then potentially put them in that closet, because that closet's an absolute disaster. It really needs some TLC. But I'm like, I need to do that because it's just, I'm not a fan of the diamond paintings all kind of willy-nilly all over. I would rather get them kind of like condensed down into one area, or condensed down so they're not all willy-nilly. And they do take up significantly less space when they're in the totes as opposed to in their boxes like that. And I'm like, I kind of like that. I'm not taking the drills out. I could fit more of them in each tub if I were to take the drills out from the canvas and then roll multiple canvases together. But I'm not doing that. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. That's not happening. So I'm not doing that part. I'm basically just taking them out of their box and putting them in the bin or the tote, is how I was doing it. Because I'm like, I ain't got time to sit here and try to roll multiple canvases together. Well, I do have the time, but I have no desire to do that because that's too tedious. And then you have to, and then put the drills in a separate storage, making sure that they're labeled and blah, 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 blah. And then you have multiple bins to keep track of. I'm like, that's just too much. I would rather have them all, like, where you just go to your bin and you've got your canvases labeled, but your drills are with your canvas. That's doable. Like, I can do that. Because when I first started diamond painting, the way I would store my my Amazon kits that I had was like that, where I had the canvas stored separately from the drills, and it was annoying when I wanted to go find the drills for a specific canvas. Even though I had everything labeled, it was still rather annoying to have to go hunt them down and find them and rifle through everything else to find the specific ones that I wanted. It was annoying. So rather than having to deal with that and do that again, I'm like, you know what? Wisdom says keep it all rolled together as one unit. Got to breathe on the drills because they're staticky. So that's what I'm doing. And you can't fit as many in a tub that way, but I can still fit plenty in a tub. It's not like I have to fit 40 canvases in a tub. I'm fitting like anywhere from 15 to 20 canvases in each of the tubs. So I'm plenty happy with how many I'm fitting in each tub. It's not like I'm only fitting like 5 or 10. No, I'm fitting 15 to 20 canvases in each one of these tubs, which is a pretty decent amount, I believe. So I'm pleased with that. I think it's good amount of progress that I'm doing on that. But I was able to knock out all of those small canvases, rearrange the storage, and I still had a tote left over, and I was able to use that extra tote to store, to put all of my painting, all of my paper. So I have a bunch of rolls of rice paper that I use for my brush painting, and I was able to put all of that paper that's just been kind of in rolls that's just been laying on the top shelf all loose and constantly a battle where like you move something just wrong or right depending on how you look at it, and then the roll will fall on the floor, and then yeah, it's just been annoying to deal with. Well, now I have all of those smaller rolls, all but maybe five rolls of paper that I have. All but maybe 5 rolls of paper fit inside the tubs that I already had. So that extra tub that I did not use for diamond paintings, I just put paper in. And I'm like, perfect. That is a perfect use for it. And now I'm just kind of waiting or now I'm just trying to find the exact size tote that I need for on the other paintings. I need to actually go through and kind of count this, or look at the size of the paintings to verify, okay, what size tote do I actually want for the paintings that I have. Do I want to get one size in the big one? Because that'll definitely fit all of the paintings, because it'll be geared for the largest paintings that I have. Or do I want to get a medium size and then also some large size? And I think I'm leaning towards just get the big one and it'll fit everything and we'll be good. I'm leaning towards that, but I'll have to think about that and decide tomorrow. Oh my goodness, let me tell you though, do you know how annoying it is trying to shop for a very specific size tote when you're shopping by dimensions? Because I know the length, the width, and the height that I want for these totes, and I'm using the ones that are like the under the bed style, because then they're short, they're flatter, and it's easier to store them, and they're like perfect. You know how hard it is to find a tote that's the size you want on like Amazon? It is so annoying, because everything when it comes to those bins is liters and quarts. It's like you have to I'm like, I want a bin that's a 25 by 20, or like a 25 by 18 by 7. I'm just throwing out random numbers, so that's in inches. So say you wanted something like that. It's going to give you like such random results that have nothing to do with what you're actually looking for. And then if you just say, but if you actually search for like a 32 quart, I think it was quart, a 32 quart latchable bin, it's going to show a ton of different options, with one of them being the one that you actually want. And I'm like, why can't they just give me the option of doing length, width, height? This would be so much easier if I could search length, width, and height. Like, come on, this is annoying. The drama. Oh, but I think I'm close to finding what I want, thanks to C, and that's the Sea of Diamonds. You can check out her YouTube channel. She's awesome. But C shared me a link with the totes that she uses, which is the brand that I like. She uses a massive size. I think I don't necessarily need the size that she uses. I'm going to go with the size down from that. But hers are from Walmart. So I checked out what they have, and they actually have the step down size as well, which is the size that I want. And I'm like, that is perfect, because I don't need the massive ones. I kind of want that step down in size, which are still big, but they're not as atrociously big. And I think those ones will be perfect for what I want. So I think I'm gonna look into ordering those ones, which I think I'll have to order online, which thankfully I don't have to actually go to the store for. I can just order them off of Walmart and have them delivered and shipped right to my house, which is nice. So I don't have to actually go to the store. Oh yeah, the other thing that happened this week. So a couple weeks ago, I had to order a new washing machine for the house in Hawaii. Well, and I specifically ordered one that was going to be in stock, ready to be delivered, so that way my tenants wouldn't have to wait for the washing machine. Well, I picked a date that would work for their schedule to have it delivered. Well, like 2 days before the expected delivery date, get a notification that the delivery date is being changed. And I'm like, why is the delivery date being changed? Well, Home Depot changed the delivery date because they ran out of stock for that washer, which I specifically had purchased because it was in stock. They ran out of stock of that washer and had to change the delivery date because they didn't have any more in stock. And I'm like, seriously? Like, I picked this one because it was in stock and ready to deliver, and now you're telling me you don't have any more? Like, come on, that's not how this works. Like, I literally already bought it. You can't, like, you shouldn't be selling it to somebody else, because I've literally already purchased this and paid for it. Like, come on, that's not how this works. So ended up having to wait like 2 weeks for them to get the new one, to get another one back in stock. so that way they could then deliver it. So they were supposed to deliver it on Tuesday this past week. So I got the email saying, hey, this is your window for delivery. So I gave that window for delivery to my property manager so he could pass it along to the tenants. And I'm like, hey, this is the delivery window. Let's see, 3801. This is this one. So he could pass that along to the tenants so that way, because you have to be home for them to actually deliver it. And I'm like, okay, this is the window that we were given. And you know, it's always an estimate, so they could come sooner, they could come later when it comes to it. So he's like, okay. Well, I checked my email I'm like checking my email kind of throughout the day just in case. And I get an email saying, hey, we are 2 stops out. So I forward that on to my property manager because he does all of the back and forth with the tenants. I don't communicate with the tenants. My property manager does all of that. So I get a thing saying that, you know, they're 2 stops away. So I pass that along to him. And then later that evening, or a couple hours later, he reaches out to me and is like, hey, so do you have a call number for Home Depot for the delivery service? And I give him the information that I have, because he's like, because they came by but the tenants weren't home. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, but they came by at like 9:45, even though the window for delivery was 10:30 to 2. The window that we were given was 10:30 to 2:30. And the delivery people came by they got there at like 9:45, knocked on the door. Nobody was home because the tenants had decided, my renters had decided to go to work, and then they were going to come back, and their plan was to get back at 10 o'clock. So they'd get back at 10 o'clock and then be ready for the delivery window of 10:30 to 2:30. So that was their plan, be there for 10:30 to 2:30. Well, the delivery people showed up earlier than the window. The window was 9:45 to 2:30, and then they showed up, or was 10:30 to 2:30, and they showed up at 9:45 before the actual window that we were given. And granted, they said that, like, they sent the thing saying that they were 2 stops away, but that 2 stops could take who knows how long to do those 2 stops. So that was kind of like annoying. So then my property manager was then calling them to try to get him to come back, because he's like, no, you gave us a window from 10:30 to 2:30. You need to actually be there. Like, you can't, when people make plans for a window of 10:30 to 2:30 and you don't show up in that window, you show up outside of that window, you can't expect people to be there. Like, that's just, yeah, so he was trying to coordinate getting the delivery driver to come back to deliver the washer, even though, because he showed up outside of the window that we were told to do it. And I believe he did get it. He was able to get them to come back to do that because, because the guy showed up, we were given a window and the guy showed up outside of the window, like before the window. And, people make plans to be there in the specific window. And if you show up when you're not in that window, then you can't really expect people to be ready for it. At least that would be there's the justification that he used. I personally am like, they knew he was coming. Like, it's on them that they chose to, like, go to work that morning instead of being there for the delivery for the washing machine. And it's on them. And if that means that they have to wait a little bit, I need that drill color again for her shoes. If that means that they have to wait a little bit longer for their washing machine to be delivered, I would be like, well, that's on them. But that's just me in my mindset of, like, I would be the one being like, yeah, I don't have the patience that he does. But anyways, that's just me. And that's why I'm not the one managing the property. I hire somebody to do that and pay somebody to be the property manager and do all of that for me, because yeah, I don't have the patience for that. So anyways, but he got the washing machine basically taken care of. And I think they had to put in a new drain to my utility sink as well. So got all that done. And then that was the excitement for the week. And then other than that, what have I even done the rest of the time? Not too much. Diamond painted. I snagged, I think I snagged a restock of, I think I snagged one of my, Lucky Minikaneko. I snagged that on restock because I was like, I couldn't resist, and I needed it in my, I needed that one in my life because I love that kit. So I did break down and I got that one and the Around the World and the beverages, Boba, like the one that had the Boba and like the really cute beverages. I got those 2 Dazzler kits and the Lucky Minikaneko. I ordered that from DAC this week. And then I'm not doing any purchases tomorrow. I have nothing on my list that I want. I do like the horse, the person with the horse, the really vibrant rainbow kit. That one is really pretty, and I'm probably going to throw that one on my wish list. But it's not one of those kits that's yelling at me to be like, I absolutely must purchase this right now. So I'm not going to do any purchases this weekend, which is nice to be like, nope, not buying anything. So I'm finally have a weekend that I'm safe for, a hot minute. So that's a nice little breather. Take a breather, not purchase anything. So I'm not buying this weekend. I do want to get the Butterfly Effect Wears pen for Saturday, today, whatever. I'm going to try to snag one of those because it's Peridot and that is my birthstone and I love Peridot. I've always loved that color because, green is my favorite color, and especially like that Peridot green is such a gorgeous color. I love a good Peridot green. So I really love that pen, so I'm hoping to snag one of those mini pens from Butterfly Effect Wears on the pen drop. I've actually even set an alarm reminder for myself. I always forget. I've even set an alarm reminder for the drop, so that way I don't forget, just because I want one of those pens that badly, to remind myself to pick up one of those pens. So we will see if I get it. It's I feel like some of those pen drops could go either way. Either they're everybody wants them, or they're kind of like a bust and nobody wants them. It's there's, I think as of earlier this evening when I last looked, there was still one pen, or at least one mini pen, still available from this past week's drop, which is a really pretty colorway. I just already have some kits some pens in that same color, so I'm like, I don't need that pen as much as I wanted it. I was like, I already have some similar pens that color. I am not going to purchase this. And I practiced some self-control and did not buy a pen that I already had a very similar color from. So I resisted temptation and did not buy last week. And I'm glad I did, because now I can buy their pen this week and be like, this is even better. I held out for the Peridot pen, and I'm going to try to snag one of those this week. That's my goal, is to snag a Peridot pen this week. So we'll see if I do. I'm hoping to do so. But yes, otherwise, oh, she's cute. What else have I been up to? Trying to organize my stuff a little bit better. Like I said, I've started my closet organizing, because that was what I was doing with, the trying to get those totes filled with those canvases, and I'm like, this takes up so much less space. I love it. I just need a closet that's actually like not one of those little sliding door closets, because that's what's killing me here, is having that sliding door style closet in all of the bedrooms. Even my master has that same style closet, and I'm like, if I had like a walk-in closet, this would be so much easier, because I could fit all of my kids in a walk-in closet and be done with it. But I'm gonna have to figure out where I'll store the larger canvases. But I want to get all of those larger canvases that are under my desk and all of the larger canvases that are beside my shelves that are in my closet. I want to get all of those canvases in tubs, so that way I can completely close the closet door and have all of my stuff where it's not like, here's all of these large canvases. I want to have them kind of tucked away. I kind of like that look. I just have yet to decide where the tucked away location is going to be. Now we can start on her hair. I like to angle things. So we're in the final countdown. Does anyone ever, like, whenever they say the final countdown, that song immediately go through your head? It's the final countdown. That's what's going through my head. Every time I say the final countdown, that's what happens. My brain immediately goes to that. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of like where we're at as far as, like, what my goal is diamond painting wise, as far as my project that I'm working on as in like organization, for that. I've also been hunting for, like the perfect, like little book, like little like photo album book, or trading card book for when I start getting kits in that have the new trading cards from Diamond Art Club. So if you haven't seen or heard about it yet, Diamond Art Club's goodie and freebie that they've advertised for quite a while, that they're going to start including in their kits, that kind of replaces the cover minder and the washi, which I'm happy about no longer having that, because I didn't use the Diamond Art Club washi, because I'm picky about my washies and I don't really like those washies. And the cover minders, which I also never used. I honestly never bother opening the toolkits that come with the Diamond Art Club kits. I just never even open them. They just stay completely closed and go into a box with all the other completely unopened toolkits. That I will eventually figure out what I'm going to do with. But for right now, they're just the box of, misfit toys. Basically is what they become. But where was I going with that? So I don't care for those cover minders, because I'm picky about my cover minders. I mean, cuteness factor of cover minders, kitty cat cover minder, 3D printed turtle cover minder, Totoro, Konashi, Rainbow Cat. I mean, those are the ones that I have just sitting attached to the frame of my tripod or my light stand. Those are basically the ones that are literally attached right to this. So, like Diamond Art Club cover minders, never collected them. I don't think I don't even have any of them in like my saved cover minders, because none of them are ones that I'm like, oh yeah, that's an amazing cover minder. They're all kind of like meh. And if they're ones that you love, I'm always like, well, there's so many small shops. You could go on and buy them from those same cover minders from a lot of the small shops. We'll sell them, or sell the ones that are basically identical to that. And then also, so it's like, if it's something that you really want, you can do it that way. Also, Diamond Art Club has said that they're going to start offering some of those cover minders and washi tape as like optional add-ons or like optional purchases. So you can buy packs of them separately. So you can still get them. You're just not going to get them as like freebies in your kit anymore. So that's going to be something that I'm like, okay, that works for me, because now I don't have these extra items in the toolkit for me to just have to throw even more stuff away or dispose of even more things. You kind of cut down on some of that for me, which is nice. The trading cards I love because, you know, that brings back my childhood of collecting like the original Pokemon, and having all of, you know, the cards. Like, I love collecting things, so that's going to be fun to start collecting them. So then I'm on the hunt for like the perfect, now I'm on the hunt for like the perfect binder to store them in, because, you know, that's a whole thing in and of itself. Is this where you're going to store them? Got to have it where you don't have the light shining on them, so UV protected. So it's kind of like you got the whole process for everything. And that's kind of where I'm at, of like, well, how am I going to do it? What do I want as the design on it? Because once I commit, I'm not going to want to have to take these out and then put them in something else and kind of go from there. But that's where I'm at, the back and forth of all of it. But anywho, she is so cute. If I wasn't talking to you guys while I was working on this, she would totally be already done. It's just because I spend so much time talking that I did not finish her. But otherwise, she would be totally done already, because of the color blocking that I have. But she's so cute. I love her. She's adorable. Look at that. Look at that. Because look how quickly she goes. But I love her to pieces. And that's the gapping that you see right there is just because my placement is crap. And I'm doing this distracted while I'm talking to you guys. But look at how adorable she is, especially as we work on her hair. And I love this size is just an awesome size too, because it's not just like this tiny little sticker. It is a big sticker. And I mean, your dimensions, oh, I can't reach. Your dimensions are pretty good. I mean, this is a 5 1/4 inch pen, and it's bigger than that. So you've got something that's a solid like 6 inches at least, because that's 5 1/4 from pen base to pen base. And then you add a placer, which is another inch. This one that's at least another like 1/2 inch at least. So now you've got 6. So that's roughly maybe about 6 inches tall. And then you've got it about just a little under, so maybe about 5 inches wide, somewhere around in there. Something to that effect. I don't know. I'm rough when I come to all of it. Anyways, enough blathering. I am going to call it good. I got most of the way through her. I did not finish because I was talking too much. But if I had not been talking this much, she would be totally done already. But look at how cute she is. I love her. This is the Mars Guardian Cutie, available on Diamond Delight's website. You can go check out all of the adorable kits on there. And that is all I have for you guys for today. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.